doesn't sleep, what to do? Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on. Oh, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, staying strong. Oh, it looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, staying strong. Oh, it looks like we made it. Wake me from this dream I've been in. I need to get in closer to you. I swear you might succeed. Oh baby, I've been waiting for you. Now we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you
化した断熱材そのままの色となっています。
H3 のこのバックパックっぽいよこれ。こっちの方がかっこいいよ。要するにこっちがいいかもな。そういや、まあ次目やってみて。お、高いやるやん。手のちっちゃいの。
can save you from these deep black waters, pull you in while you drift away. Yeah, you drift away. Yeah, we used to laugh. You were all that I had, so I gave you my all. And now all of that is gone, I feel. And now all of that is gone, I deep. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm leaving the light on if you come back around. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm holding on until forever I will fight, but you drift away. Hold tight, I can save you from these deep black waters, pull you in while you drift away. Hold tight, I can save you from these deep black waters, pull you in while you drift away. Yeah, you drift away. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm holding on 빛나는 너의 이름 이 기장 속에 나의 맘속에 I wouldn't change anything 이대로 시간을 돌린대도 나 지금 이대로 처음부터 소중히 담아온 나의 이야기 내게 달려가 꼭 안아줄 거야 오늘은 말할게 I love you till the end It's more than just a feeling 이렇게 말해줘 Oh yeah, yeah. boy, you were bad for me. But I don't care enough to make you my enemy. Boy, you did good leaving me then and there. 'Cause I'm better without what you call love, I swear. When you take a look at me, you only see what you wanna see. Somebody who can move on. Don't tell me you're sorry, I don't want your pity. Baby, you got it all wrong. You think I'm missing you every night. You think I'm sad and alone, oh so alone. But don't take credit for these red eyes, 'cause baby all I cried are tears of joy. Boy you must think I'm hurt. Thought I was under your spell, but looking back I was cursed. You left me to drown and sail away on your ship. But I don't give a damn, it's water under the bridge. When you take a look at me, you only see what you wanna see. Somebody who can move on. Don't tell me you're sorry, I don't want your pity. Baby, you got it all wrong. You think I'm missing you every night. You think I'm sad and alone, oh so alone. But don't take credit for these red eyes, 'cause baby all I've cried are tears of joy. Yeah. 'Cause baby all I've cried are tears of joy. Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all. Why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? stand tall.